What's up, everybody? Welcome to Knockout Sessions. It's your boys, as always, Julio, Milton. Hit the like, share, and the subscribe button. Social media is in the description. Para gente en español, los subtítulos están en la esquina. Ya saben ahí. And thank you for everybody for continuing the support. We got a recent surge on TikTok. We're looking for one on Instagram. Like I said, social media is in the description, so just keep doing your thing. We appreciate you. But we're going to start off right away with the mascot of the channel,
You already know who we're talking about.
King Ryan Garcia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I want to hear your take. I want to know how you feel because obviously now that you're married and you live in a long distance relationship from me, we don't get a lot of time to discuss these fights anymore. You know, before you'd actually sit on the couch, you'd watch these fights. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't spoken or seen each other since fight night.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a first take for both of us to see what we actually feel, think, thought, feel on the whole shebang bang boogie. But I would really love to hear your analyses of Mr. King Rap.
My analyze.
Which one I would just like to put out there that many people have stated that Ryan Garcia would never become a world champion, right?
I mean, it's boxing. I could become a world champion.
Debatable. 2, a lot of people give Ryan criticism for getting a second title shot when he looked like crap against Rolly. He came out and he said, what am I supposed to do? If they give me an opportunity, I'm not going to just sit around and not take it. So there we go. What was your take on this whole situation?
Before I give you the take, let me tell you something. That still stands as to the whole you were given a title shot. That doesn't change.
No, I mean he was,
You
but
know,
he said that he didn't actively go looking for it.
No, yeah. You could. I mean, that's a boxing thing more than a Ryan thing.
Yeah.
But that's just boxing. Will be boxing. It's a popularity contest out here.
Don't worry.
However,
don't worry. Zuffa Boxing is looking to get rid of all those popularity contests. Although Daddy Dana has his favorites. Anyways,
one of them is my favorite. But anyways, more on that a little later. To give you guys my opinion on Ryan, that's the Ryan that could have taken over boxing.
Yes.
Because he finally added to his fucking arsenal. He is no longer a one-trick pony. He is a two-trick pony. He said left, right, it don't matter.
Not just that. He followed it up with combos. It was a
So that Ryan, that's a competitive Ryan. That Ryan, I would like to see rematch a Rolly, rematch a Haney, which that is the goal. That's really what's going to happen. But yeah,
debatable.
He potentially. However, yeah, Ryan just looked like a world beater. I mean, you could tell after that first knockdown that Barrios had only, and not really Barrios, Goosen had only prepared Barrios for a one trick, just the left hand. Ryan said, hold up, let me bash your brains in with my right hand, even after he busted it, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
He busted it on Barrios. Hey, Barrios, for what it is, Barrios can take a beating. He looked really good. He looked active. He didn't get fatigued, which and I believe Sergio Moro kind of alluded to it. He does have an ugly habit of keeping his mouth open, though. And that should change. But hey, that's up to his trainer, who is now his father. That's a lot of criticism that Ryan's had over his career as well, is changing his corner every so often.
I think at this point we've done a full circle.
Right? Yeah,
Dad started it. He had a lot of weird stuff going on in the middle, but now we're back. Now that Dad has him back, and then they kind of alluded this also in the.
And we're talking about Ryan's dad, not Oscar De La Hoya. I know they kind of look alike. And there's conspiracy theories out there. I'm just saying.
Yes, we're talking about
Henry
Garcia. You made me lose my train of thought.
Full circle, we came right back.
So full circle. So a lot of the things that I'm hearing also is how this was probably the best Ryan you've ever seen, because one of the things that people did not expect was for Ryan to win by boxing. No one expected him to outbox Barrios, let alone win almost every single round
I think he did win every single round too.
Well, I think a few judges gave Barrios like a 1 round.
In my eye test, he did a clean sweep.
Yeah, I thought it was a clean sweep. So not only did he add combos, added the right hand, we saw the silly shell all over again. The cardio was there. His focus was there.
Power, speed.
He obviously respects his dad. So I think at this combo,
this is the foundation.
I think this is it. I think if there's anybody that's going to continue to push him forward to the right steps, I think this is it.
And you know what I like about Henry? He's a dad that doesn't talk. He's a dad that doesn't fucking talk. Like, he is just out there to do his thing for his son. And I loved the instruction that his dad was giving him.
Yeah.
Even as they were winning, he was talking to him as if it was like a fight out there. Mm-hmm. So you gotta get this and that. He was telling him what to do. Like, he was telegraph. We were just talking about Teofimo's dad. Where's your power, bro? You gotta hit him. Not Henry. Henry was analyzing the things that Barrios was doing to still keep Ryan in check and continue to clean sweep.
Yeah, because he kept telling him, like, hey, remember the game plan. This is not what we're doing, right? Mm-hmm. And, hey, man, they executed beautifully. Like you said, this is the Ryan that can compete at 147. You already alluded at potential fights. We saw who Ryan wants. He wants to take out Big Shakur. But this is everybody's what's the word I'm looking for?
Downfall.
No, not downfall. This is what everyone's not all in for.
Oh.
It's a catch weight. It's a catch weight at 144. Now, Shakur is not asking for a rehydration clause, apparently, right? But it's still a catch weight. So, in my eyes, it's why go for this fight right now when Shakur himself has a lot to prove still at 140 when he only has had one fight at 140, right? I'm not saying give Teofimo a rematch, right? But you can literally unify and or go for undisputed at 140, right? Like, I think just like 135, I think 140 is up for grabs for Shakur, while Ryan goes for those rematches between Haney and Rolly.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you can marinate that fight a little bit. And it's not like you're marinated in it for trash fights. I mean, who doesn't want to see Ryan Haney too? Who doesn't want to see Ryan Rolly too? You know what I'm saying? I think
for a good reason now, because if it was a different version of Ryan, nobody wanted to see the Rolly Ryan.
Yeah, correct. No, those two fights, what they represent is kind of like that redemption, because that 2-fight stretch between those two fighters with Ryan, that's kind of where we've looked at his career, kind of like going like, this is it. Like, he's going downhill.
Yeah.
Between the steroids, the bad performances, all the social media antics. But this Ryan looked locked in. Like you said, coming into the fight on the last video that you never posted.
I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole right now with you.
Ryan looked locked in. I think this Ryan can definitely beat Rolly. And I think this Ryan can...
He'll beat Devin.
I don't think he'll knock out Devin, but he won't leave any doubt as to he owns Devin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Shakur goes, recency bias is a real thing. And I know those commentators were saying, oh my God, Ryan just clean swept his opponent like Shakur did. Let's pump the brakes here. There's a big difference between Mario Barrios and Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo might even do a clean sweep of Barrios too.
Potentially, which that's kind of the fight to make, low-key, if you're Teofimo.
If he's going to move up to 147.
Which I think is confirmed now. Teofimo came out on the record and he talked about how his dad might not even be in his corner in his next fight. He's got a lot of things he's got to work on, so he's going to kind of take a side on right now. So I think Teofimo right now is in a position where he's moving up and he's retooling everything in his corner. However that works out, whatever. But Teofimo versus Barrios is low-key a fight to make because Barrios is still a name. Props to Barrios because he went out on his shield. He didn't do a goddamn thing.
No.
But he took the ass whooping that makes you go, you know what? Hey, you didn't get KO'd. You know?
Yeah.
So I think Barrios' fight to make is going to be with Teofimo. Ryan, like you said, should be with Rolly or Haney. And let's just marinate the Shakur.
205. 1 year. That's it.
Yeah.
Because in 1 year, Shakur should know if he's going to keep moving up or not.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, if you're Ryan, it's still early in the year. You can probably finish out the year fighting Rolly and then Haney by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I think Ryan looked good. I mean, I think this Ryan keeps a competitive fight with Shakur, a convincing win with Haney, and Loki can probably dominate Rolly.
I agree. And then right now in the background, we got the what is Connor Ben gonna do? So we're still kind of figuring that one out as well because again, Connor Ben, Shakur, Ryan, they're all calling each other out right now.
Connor Ben was at the Ryan fight, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what direction anything is going. Again, mentioning do for boxing again, they're kind of into play, which we'll kind of talk over right now.
I think
so. There's a lot of moving parts, but I think at the end of the day, I think with the momentum that Haney got from the Brian Norman Jr., the momentum Ryan just got from the Mario Barrios, Ryan Haney makes the most sense right now to me.
We can do Ryan Haney and we can do Teofimo Barrios or Teofimo Norman.
I'm still talking about Ryan though.
And then where? What? I'm thinking. And where does Connor Ben fit in all this? Do you do Ben Shakur?
Well, again, that would be either Shakur moving up.
That's what.
Again, that's why it's like, we got a lot to think about.
So if you're Ryan, basically what you should focus on is your fight. If you can lock in one with Haney.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That'd be the one.
Okay. I understand.
You're the one.
I mean, it still has enough juice to kind of like make that sizzle.
Yes, I can sizzle.
He missed me.
No, I didn't.
But yeah, as far as where Barrios goes, look, I know a lot of people aren't giving Barrios credit for being a champion to begin with. He's always kind of counted out. Say what you want, but the dude always goes out to fight. He was just gun shy in this one. He's still pretty young.
Was it gun shy or was Ryan just that fast and it was hard?
I think it was more of a Ryan thing than a Barrios thing, but I need to see another fight with Barrios with Goose in his corner. Yes. I'm not sure I was convinced.
Yeah, because he might just fire him after this one. Goosen was more happy that Ryan won.
Yeah, like if your buddy was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. And then in the co-main event, we had Gary Antoine Russell. There's so many. Get a controversial decision win over Andy Hirooka.
I wouldn't say controversial, but was it a lot more competitive than was expected? Oh, 100%. The guy didn't even have amateur fights.
And I think he had not fought for, what, a year and a half?
Yeah. And he had only landed like 3 days prior before the fight.
And he went toe-to-toe with one of the 140's best.
So you have to ask yourself, if he had all the ducks lined up, could he have won? Maybe.
I think that crotch shot really kind of... I don't know about unanimous, though. I had the fight ending in a draw.
I would have been happy with a draw, too.
You know,
maybe 1-2 rounds, but...
It was action-packed. I liked it.
I think what fucked Andy up, Hirooka, was the first, 4 or 5 rounds. Because he didn't start dominating almost until halfway through the fight.
And that goes back to ring rust. I mean, he was kind of locating his shots again. And then Gary Russell... Antoine Russell. He locked in for, like you said, for the first 4 rounds, and then he really started putting it on again after that controversial nut shot that he took. But that was a blatant shot like that.
He ducked. The homie's long.
He should have taken the 5 minutes.
But that shit was fucking massive. That was a massive
hit. I know all his babies felt that.
Yeah.
Like, for a fact, that motherfucker's not going to do any kind of procreating for a little bit.
Yeah, but see, regardless of controversial, not controversial, was it a draw, was it not a draw, Gary won, and he is part of the champs at 140.
Who apparently does not want to fight Shakur. He made it very clear.
Which, that's fine. Then you better take on Keyshawn.
Pussy.
You better take on Hitchens, which, fuck you, Hitchens, we got to talk. But Gary Antoine needs to freaking start unifying. Like, we haven't seen him in a big fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the point now where if you really want to assert yourself at the 140 hierarchy, and like Gary said, he wants to earn his shot at the phenomenal Shakur Stevenson because damn, he glazed him.
Yep.
People acting like Shakur's like the second coming to Mayweather,
Um,
which more on him later.
almost.
What if it's not Shakur?
Keyshawn.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to fight Shakur, fight his buddy.
Yep, Keyshawn.
Key Lime Pie.
Keyshawn needs a belt too. So
it's just that if Key Lime wins that belt, we can definitely actually Key Lime beating Gary pushes Shakur to 47.
Yep. Or down back to 135.
Which would be engagement, but it's okay. Which now, as you were alluding to,
a real co-main event that was supposed to happen between Richardson Hitchens and Oscar Duarte. Look, it just doesn't make sense for anybody because Richardson Hitchens ended up pulling out. He made weight the day prior, made weight the day of, because based on the belt that he holds, he has to make weight that same day. But then pulls out of illness? For food poisoning?
Mm-hmm.
For food poisoning, I've seen dudes talk about how they were freaking fighting with broken jaws, broken hands.
Maybe
fevers.
the chorro was real. Hey, look, as an active member of the chorro community,
I'm just saying, bro, as a champ, you are the champ. You are defending. It just does not look well, especially when you talk a lot of shit. When you breathe, when you have a big mouth and then you pull out that way, it just doesn't look good, man.
That street cred takes a hit.
It made Oscar Duarte look like a fucking hero. I even heard, the clips of the people at the Breakfast Club freaking talking shit about Hitchens, talking about he better have a freaking give him Oscar Duarte the fucking rescheduled fight because that's the only way this guy's gonna get back his
street
cred, his credibility in general. Because you can't bust out like that. And I'm a bitch. Don't get me wrong. I won't fight. I don't know how to fight. Yeah. But still, you can't make a career out of this and then pull out when you're a champ of all things.
Speaking of rescheduling fights, though, there was a report that the IBF has ordered
Arnulfo Delgado.
Yeah.
That Arnulfo, they have 30 days for Hitchens and Delgado decide if they're going to make a fight. Which,
they don't,
again, my boy, this is going to make you look horrible. Because part of the conversation was, should have Hitchens gone stripped of the belt because he didn't fight? Which, in his defense, he did make the weight. I just think that he felt that he was not healthy enough to step in the ring. Yeah. I think the dehydration got to him. But yes, he has 30 days to figure out if he's going to give Delgado a fight. If not, he's going to get stripped regardless.
If you're Hitchens,
give up the belt.
And fight Duarte?
No, then let Duarte fight for the belt against Delgado.
And so if you're him, what do you do?
You're fucked. You lost your cred, nigga.
I think if I'm him, and the IBF is telling me we'll fight Delgado or strip. All right, strip me, fight him. I'll go take care of Duarte, then I'll come back and collect my belt. How gangster would that be?
I mean, if he would do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Will he even decide it? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just looked bad. It looked bad. But we'll see, man.
Honorable mention of the card I want to give to Frank Martin and Albert.
Yep. That was a cute draw.
Frank Martin, I thought he edged it out.
Barely, but it was kind of like the Antoine fight. It was very close. You can't be mad at the draw, but maybe win by a round, maybe two.
It was a right call, though. I wouldn't mind seeing them running back on a different kind of undercard.
Yeah, I mean, it was still exciting. And that's why I was excited because that one turned out to be an exciting fight. The Antoine fight turned out to be an exciting fight. Hitchens versus Duarte probably would have been an exciting fight. And then you could have ended it with fucking Ryan.
With right guy.
It was actually a fucking good card.
It was a good night for boxing. And we have nights to look forward to with the reported announcement. I know this is big in some people's eyes. Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 is on deck. So long as both men win their respective exhibition battles, whatever. Will you guys be tuning in? Sure.
Of course.
Will we be tuning in?
We have
Sure. Do we want to tune in?
No. No.
If the first fight was
Sucks.
10 years too late, what makes you think the second fight, 20 years too late, is going to be any better? Although, hey, Pacquiao's technically been more active than Mayweather, so
We might get a knockout.
Mayweather said, I think I saw a quote where he said, typical Mayweather quote, that he's going to beat him again.
Yeah.
Great. And then Pacquiao said, I want to be the one that takes that 0 from his record and he lives the rest of his life knowing that. That Loki's hard.
That is pretty hard.
So clearly their beef has never gone away. Those two are like Sub-Zero and Scorpion. They will just never get along, apparently, no matter how long they have both been retired, give or take. But hey, as long as it has a good card, it could still be worth it.
Potentially.
You know, I'm sure if you are the boxing gods, do you throw Shakur in that card as a co-main?
I mean, it better be a good opponent.
You know what I'm saying?
To save the fight.
You can have Floyd Jr.
But low key, Shakur would be the main event.
Technically, yes. Shakur versus who's Pacquiao Jr. What's that one other?
Give me Shakur versus Duarte.
Sure.
You know, let Duarte try to fucking make his attempt.
That'll be a good piss break, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh God, I wouldn't watch that. But sure, as long as Maypac 2 has a good card, why not? But to talk about fights that have not been made but have to be made because said fighter said you better make this, we move on to our topic of Zuffa boxing.
Yes. So over the weekend, Julio broke the news. He actually got in contact with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn was like super pissed, almost crying, saying that Zuffa Boxing offered Conor Benn $15 million to do a one-fight deal. And unlike your other boy, which we'll talk right now, Conor Benn has to fight before May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter who, but he gets $15 million. Let me ask you this, Julian, because you're a loyal man, very loyal man, like extremely loyal man.
Too loyal.
Very loyal, right? Matchroom Boxing,
okay,
right, brought Conor Benn through the rankings, right?
Right.
When Conor Benn got hit with, his dirty testing, for, I forgot what it was.
Eubanks.
Yeah, I forgot what drug, but he was for sure taking tainted eggs. Eddie Hearn was the only man standing up for Conor Benn saying, let's look at the facts. The facts are saying something different. We're going to make sure that he, freaking exonerates himself. We're going to make sure that we prove that Conor Benn is not a cheat.
Yeah.
And he stuck with him, got him 2 back-to-back Fight of the Year type candidates with Chris Eubanks Jr., got him probably paid already those $15 million, if not more, right? And he knows that Dana White and Eddie Hearn don't like each other.
Yeah.
And then you go and you sign a fight with Zuffa Boxing. On top of that, when Eddie Hearn reaches out to you, you said, nah, we got nothing to talk about. How does that make you feel? Because again, let me explain something to you, right? It's $15 million
for one fight.
For one fight before May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
No requirements on who the fighter has to be. You could literally fight Mario Barrios all over again for $15 million.
Right.
You as a loyal man, would you have taken it? For $15 million for one fight. Probably don't even have to do anything crazy.
No, I think I stick with Hearn. And
you know what? You're a good man because I would have actually had a conversation. See, I think where Conor Benn messed up is he didn't have the conversation with Eddie. He didn't say, hey, Eddie, technically speaking, brother, they're only giving me one fight, but it's $15 million. what if I give you a quick little $2 million on the side? You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to bribe the man.
Not bribe,
Like,
but
give me a hall pass to go cheat on you real
yeah, you
quick.
see what I'm saying? It's 15 mil. Bro,
I think
let me ask you in a different perspective.
Okay.
What fighter versus Conor Ben is worth 15 mil?
15? At 47, it's got to be Haney or Ryan.
Exactly. Do you really think Golden Boy is going to give Ryan the opportunity to go fight for Zuffa Boxing? Probably
No.
not. Maybe Haney. Haney is his own promotion. He's Haney Promotions.
I could see Ben being a possibility.
Possibly, right? But are they going to guarantee the real A-side 15 mil also? You see what I'm saying? That there's no way you're going to tell me that there's a fight worth $30 million like that. Like, Zuffa is throwing some stupid cash at a one fight.
I know. I think because Zuffa needs to, like, they need to show that, you know what, we have the credibility to attract these fighters. Mm-hmm. We have the credibility to pay these fighters. Because the whole thing with Dana White's always going to circle back to, do you pay well? Because we are not your UFC roster.
Yep. And on top of that, Conor Ben gets, for just signing, he gets like $5 million up front before he even fights.
Hey, look, if you're Ilya Topuria, you look at Dana and you go, bitch, I'm a bigger star than fucking Conor Ben.
I'm gonna fight Conor.
Like, oh man, I think this could this has a lot of different ways where this could come back and bite Dana White business in the ass.
Because of the other Bennett. The only thing that is different is that Zuffa is under the Saudis.
It's under the Saudis, so they have the backing for the money.
But UFC technically just made a Paramount $7 billion fucking payday, which through that is how you pay your fighters to create events. So I'm just saying, my boy,
it's looking ugly, right?
Yeah,
it's like those are the slaves that are killing themselves to pay you.
Yeah.
At some point, that's gonna fire back at Dana's ass from the UFC part. I know they're like Francis Ngannou is gonna look like a prophet when this shit is done. On the boxing side, I'll give Dana White props because he is going after some big fish. He went after Conor Ben for a one-fight deal before May 31st.
But who was the very first one?
Jai Opetaia, who has now also gone on record, and he said, basically, Zuffa Boxing has 1 year. 1 year to give me the title shots that I want, and everybody and their mom knows that's Zurdo.
Well, it's the winner
who has a fight coming up with Benavidez. Now, here's where it gets tricky. If Zurdo loses to Benavidez, who holds the belt at cruiserweight, can Zuffa convince Benavidez to fight an Opetaia by December? I don't think so.
Especially, did you see that Benavidez called out Turkey saying he wants the Canelo fight?
Yeah. Hey, Benavidez, you gotta let that go already.
Canelo needs a fighting partner.
I mean, for his retirement fight?
I hope one day I'm gonna let my mustache grow like him, and I'm gonna fucking bring him into my podcast. And look who's the only motherfucker repping.
Jackson Dart, baby.
We're not letting that shit go. That is a 2-year late fight. But if Canelo pulls it off, it just proves that Crawford was a one in a lifetime great, and Canelo is still the man. Shut the fuck up.
Has nothing to do with the point.
Beyond the point, yes.
So I think it becomes tricky if Benavidez beats Zurdo because now Zuffa has the Opetaia has Zuffa on the clock. Yep. Give me David by December.
Yep.
Because
or
Zurdo. I mean, or he didn't just say any of those names. He said unification. So you still can go out and get the
Badu Jack.
Yeah, or somebody else, which technically you are kind of fulfilling your needs to Opetaia. It just depends on how stone cold of a man Opetaia is, where he says this was never enough.
Exactly.
But again, the whole point of this though is that that's another fighter that has Zuffa on their heels right now. Because Opetaia was the first man to sign with them. He's the one that kind of gave them the global. Because right now Zuffa's big as far as other countries go. Conor Ben in UK, Jai Opetaia in Australia, obviously. Zuffa's yet to land that big star. Mexican or American star. So these are kind of the platforms that will lead them to those kinds of guys.
Yeah, because when the Zone and Matchroom came out, they instantly signed Haney, Canelo, Triple G,
Joshua.
And they had already fucking signed like Billy Joe Saunders and all the other guys.
Yeah.
But between Joshua, Haney, Canelo, and Triple G, and at
You
the
have
time it was when
the
we were waiting for
world.
that trilogy fight for Canelo and Triple G, like everyone was signing up just to freaking watch the Triple G Canelo fight.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that gave them competition was PBC with the 147-pound division.
Yep.
So, hey, Zuffa, you're on the clock. Like, we'll see what you guys got. It's tricky because you won't have a lot of time. 1 year in boxing is a month for some of us.
That's what I'm saying. But it is fight week, ladies and gentlemen. We will be live on Saturday here in Glendale, Arizona. We will be watching Emmanuel Navarrete, Sugar Nunez live. We'll be fucking broadcasting. Check us out on our Kick channel. Right, Julian?
For sure. For sure.
No, he lagged. It's okay, though. It is what it is. Whatever. But we were supposed to be there live. It is going down this weekend. This is actually another just whoever lands the first big punch kind of wins. Nunez does carry the power. Navarrete just overwhelms you with fucking volume
And size.
And he's shown that he has fucking a chin. So it's like, even though he's been dropped, he's never been knocked out. I think he did once. We'll edit that out because Julio can figure that out.
And continue from here.
But yeah, it is fight weeks. That should be, you can't miss them. You cannot miss them because the winner of this is going to be another Mexican star in the lower division.
I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to kind of fix this. The promotion for this fight going into it is the next King of Mexico. Let me tell you all something. The winner of this fight is nowhere near the King of Mexico.
Well, the reason they say that is because they're both actual 100% native Mexicans.
The King of Mexico currently belongs to now the only man.
They're all Mexican Americans. Americans
who
first.
Can claim superiority.
They're all Mexican Americans.
El Mayo.
Oh my God, nigga. He's in fucking New York too. Shut up.
We want to give a quick shout out to everybody in Mexico. Please stay safe. I know it's hell on earth out there because we do have the UFC fights that are going to be in Mexico this weekend with Brandon Moreno and Kavanaugh.
I'm going to mention to Sean Strickland, a real Mexican boxer who beat Anthony Hernandez by knockout.
When that jab lands, all of a sudden it's Hernandez had no answer for him. This was a solid performance of the veteran getting one over the prospect.
Yes.
Strickland's still in there. Apparently him and Chimaev are not friends anymore. They were talking back and forth on social media. This does not warrant a title shot for Sean Strickland. Let me just clarify that real quick. I think if anything, Sean Strickland will probably face Adesanya should Adesanya win his upcoming fight against Joe Piper. Why not run that back?
Yeah.
But yeah, solid performance from Sean Strickland. And like we said, we got the UFC Mexico card coming up with Brandon Moreno. We'll see what happens there as well. Other fights to look forward to is Chito Vera's on there. Outside of that, just keep following us on our social media. We'll have more updates, news, breaking news, things for you. We appreciate the support. Everybody, please stay safe out there. We love y'all. Until next time, peace.